Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Coffee with Joy. I'm so excited to have my guest Shelby, as we talk about all things fitness, as we talk about how to make sure that you live in such a productive life and living through consistency and perseverance. After these messages, we'll have my guest Shelby as we talk about today's topic, loving the new you.
Our mission focuses on showcasing local and global talent of all ages on and off the field. We will strive to inspire, educate, and bridge the divides through our media collaboration. Our goal is to give student athletes and coaches the platform to let their talents be seen and a platform for the community to let their voices be heard. This is the Union Media Group.
Welcome back to another Coffee with Joy. I have my guest Shelby, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself that we're going to get in today's topic. So let's welcome my guest Shelby. Hi, Shelby. Welcome.
Hello.
So can you tell people a little bit about yourself, and then we're going to jump right into the conversation.
Well, I am Shelly Shelbs on Instagram. I love to work out. I started working out just as to get up and do something about who I wanted to become, and now we're here.
Awesome. Thank you. Working out is not always an easy thing that many people find themselves doing. So how did you start? How did you come to this point as to say, you know what, something has to change? I want to work out. I want a new me. How did this all come about, if you don't mind sharing your story?
So, to be completely honest, I started because of a boy. I started because of a boy. We were in a friendship, and he was like, "You're changing," and he wasn't necessarily liking it. And at the time, I didn't. I guess I didn't know how damaging it would be to change for someone else, but
Right.
I did, and I started changing. And when I started working out and doing it consistently, I realized that he was just a part of my story, and that he
Yes.
was not going to be there for a long time. He was there. It was intentional. It was purposeful to meet him, but it was a start to something completely different. I always knew that it would outlast our relationship, and that me starting to work out was only the beginning.
Awesome. Now, as you started working out, like how did you started to making, just the consistency? Because, just picking up just a workout is hard, right? It's definitely hard. So how did you obtain to say, you know what? How did you go about getting help? How did you go about making sure that, okay, I stay true to me and that I work out and making sure that I change for who I am after this revelation? Because again, it's a great beginning, but it's going to be a greater ending, because sometimes I know God put us in a situation to really change us, to really, provoke the situation, to get us to a place where He wants us to be. So now that you're here, how are you staying consistent in working out? What are some things that you do?
For me, it is very, very, very important to like what you're doing and to have fun with what you're doing. So, oftentimes I have to switch it up. If I'm not having fun, I'll find that I am kind of like backsliding or not being as disciplined. So to
Mm-hmm.
prevent that, I
Uh-huh.
constantly switch it up. I'm always trying new things. Um, I'm very, very open minded. I'm running in Piedmont, taking biking classes, just different things
Uh-huh.
to switch it up and to make it fun, to keep me at it.
Now, like how often do you work out? And do you have a trainer or are you just, just being consistent on your own?
So I do have a trainer.
Mm-hmm.
I work out. I would say, but like on weeks that I'm training with my trainer, I work out 4 to 5 times a week. But if it was
Okay.
up to me, like sometimes I just do it because it's fun. Like working out is what I do. So um,
Right.
I would say anywhere between 4 and 6 times a week.
I think that's phenomenal because definitely now that you over this hump of working out, like what are some of your favorite workout routines that you like to implement? Because I know listening to some trainers and of course listening to, I don't want to say social media trainers, but so far a majority of them on there, you don't want to do the same thing because you plateau. Do you feel as though that's what you do when you find your favorite workout routine that you do, or you just continue to work with it and just let it flow?
Honestly, I don't continue to work with the routines. I always switch my routine up. Like my favorite thing to do, like my favorite routine is to go in and do what my body's telling me, listen to how I feel, and then do exercises I know will help me to feel or keep feeling the way that I feel. So yeah, I don't
Okay.
have a routine. I like to just go in and do whatever my heart desires. Now I will say though, in doing that, so I get to do that and I give myself time to do that.
Uh-huh.
But for results, if you are somebody that's looking for results, it is very important to have a set routine, because without routine, without structure, you're not going to get results, or you would get them, you can get them, they'll just come a lot slower than if you were to have structure.
So you say that you do have the structure, correct? You find the structure
Yes,
work for
yes.
you, or because I know some people just going off the whim, right? Because I know me working out as well. I find that it's the structure and the consistency because I go 5 times a week, right? And finding that time to make sure that the body understands. We go at 5 a.m. and I'm there for like an hour and 15 minutes because I think definitely adding fitness, no matter whether you're 500 or 20 pounds, definitely adding some type of exercise to your body is really, it's keeping you not only healthy, but it relieves like, some your mental stress. It helps physically, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and it's a whole well-being. But you have to beat the body in submission
Right.
in order to work out because we all have those days where we just don't want to work out, right? And now that you said that you work with a trainer, how you and your trainer came about, and what are some things that the trainer help you to continue just in case when you're not with your trainer?
So I met my trainer on Instagram. Actually, she reached out to me. She saw me jumping up and down on Instagram in a parking
Uh-huh.
lot with a bonnet on.
Great place, great place.
And she saw me and she reached out to me and we worked out together. I had a session and then I reached back out to her and she's like, "It's
Uh-huh.
crazy. I was thinking about you as well." And so ever since
Oh
then,
wow.
we've just been working together and it's been a really good time. I love my trainer.
Now did she give you anything for you to work out on your own when you all are not together? And two, is it virtual or you all in person?
Yes. So we do both virtual and in person. And when
Okay.
I have days that I am on my own, she will kind of like upload a schedule for me onto her app. And then I'll
Okay.
just do it from there. I can put comments, videos, all those kinds of things. I can chat with her through there. And then we see each other in person through the week as well.
Oh, okay. So how often do you see her during the week? Because I asked this because some people, I know me personally, I don't have a trainer, right? I just,
Mhm.
like I stated, I beat the body in submission. Like, look, it's either we take care of this temple or this temple won't be here very long,
Right. Yeah.
So
I
I
understand.
find the consistency of going, and I enjoy working out now that I'm over the hump because, they say, within 30 days, you kind of build a routine, 90, something along that way, right? But I love working out. I enjoy working out. And I know I have to work alone in order for me to fulfill what I have to process. So I don't encourage anyone to come with me because again, you never know what's in the mix, right? So with your
Yeah.
trainer, how many times do you meet with the trainer and do you really find yourself lacking? Because internally you're like, okay, do I really want to do this workout or do I just want to do two out of the three? Because you battle with that, right? And a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it's just being real. You in the mix, you battle with yourself like, okay, I did 10 minutes. I'm good. But you know for a fact that I gotta get over. I know I'm not alone. Okay, so that's good. But you have to literally mind tell yourself, I got to get over this hump. I got to get over it. Do you find yourself doing that when she's not there, even though she's giving you homework to do your routine?
So for me, I do want to answer your first question.
Uh
I
huh.
used to see my trainer 3 times a week. And then I
Okay.
got really good and I saw her twice a week. And then I got
Okay.
really good and now I only see her once a week.
Oh
So
wow.
with that being said, I do love working out with my trainer. I don't
Mm-hmm.
like virtual. I'm kind of opposite from you. I don't like working out by myself. Or let me rephrase that. So I like working out by myself. I just like other
Uh-huh.
people to be around me when I work out. I feel the
Okay.
energy, and it really helps me to go. But
Right.
I need someone to reach out, to be able to reach out and touch me, and say, "Hey, you need to do this." And I
Right.
find when I am with my trainer, there's a level of accountability that's there. If
Mm-hmm.
I like, if I'm on my own, there where there wouldn't be, if that makes sense.
Oh no, facts. Definitely facts. I definitely find myself. I think I've gotten over that hump where now, okay, it's me alone. Now, if somebody would have asked me, hey, let's go out, I'm fine. But I am not the one to say, hey, Shelby, you want to go work out? Because I don't want you to bring you into my mess, Even though I
Gotcha.
don't think I have it, but you never know the body. Because I find myself when I'm on the treadmill, if I'm walking or doing incline, sometimes myself is literally fighting with myself. Let's leave. Let's go. And I may just take upon myself to go. But if I invited you, I don't want to shortchange you. So I find myself in the past where I battle with that. But so I've just come to realize that it's just best that I go by myself. Now it's great when I'm in there with every and everybody else because the great thing about it is, hey, we all here, we on a mission. I'm doing what I got to do. But I just find it to me, I know many people probably wondering, yeah, I like to work out alone. You'll never see me with a partner. And if you do, I guarantee you, 9 times out of 10, the person have asked me to go work out. I just find it just me, my tripod, my camera. We all by ourselves in my workout, situation. Now, working out definitely includes a healthy meal, right?
Hmm.
Oh, let's pause there for a second. Yeah. I, because I'm working out, right? But it's really what you eat that really
Yeah.
encourage you to move further, right? So, what are some things that you do eat in order for you to, making sure that the body stay mobile, healthy? Because you can't work out and then say, I'm just have a hamburger. That defeat the
Right.
purpose, right?
Right.
So, what are some healthy? So, what is your favorite top three meals that you like to prepare in this along this? I won't say weight loss. I would just say this fitness journey.
Okay. So top 3 meals. I would have to say broccoli spaghetti, number one. It is
Mm.
the best. I was working with a nutritionist. Her name is Organic Chrissy. And
Okay.
she introduced me to broccoli spaghetti. It's basically broccoli instead of spaghetti, but
Okay.
spaghetti. Um, My next favorite would have to be broccoli, salmon, and potatoes.
Okay, that
And
sounds good.
my last would be taco salad. I eat taco salad at least 4 times a week.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. I love a good taco salad. Yes, yes, yes. Now, have you come to a point where you make them, or are they prepared? Because people order out for their meal plan, but
Yeah.
I don't want the same thing. So you prepared, or do you have someone
Oh
prepare the
yeah.
meals for you? Yeah.
I make all my food. All of
Oh
it.
yeah.
All of my
You
food. I
better
was
know,
once
man.
told. I was once told by somebody that the reason we eat out so much is because we don't know how to season our food. And
Mm,
ever since she told me that, I've been buying different seasonings, really getting
yeah.
in the kitchen, figuring out what I like, figuring out what tastes good, and making my
Okay.
own food. It's always better that way. It's healthier that
Yeah,
way.
yeah. Yeah, definitely. And then on top of it, you get to learn something new, right? You really get to
Yeah.
put in perspective that you get to find out what's the true Chef Boyardee or Chef Boyardee or Betty Crocker that you are, because you have to get into. I was told just get in the kitchen and explore. You have to mess up in order to find out what do you like, and of course there's so many recipes, there's so many remedies of eating well, but you have to find out what works for you and what makes you happy, because again you don't want to starve yourself along the journey, so we're going to come right back after these messages. We're going to listen to a quick commercial, and I'm going to continue to talk about Shelby as we talk about the ups and downs of how working out, we know it's not always glamorous. Those are times we want to quit. So right after these messages, we're going to return. Latest news, today's news, current news, gossip news, you name it. I am your host with Coffee with Joy as I share any up to date news that's taking place around the world. But if you would like to check it out, please make sure you go to my YouTube channel, Coffee with Joy, where I share the latest topic. I am your host with Coffee with Joy with today's topic. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. So now, Shelby, we're going to listen to a quick testimonial about how you just wanted to call it quits, right? Because again, we know it's all when we look on IG, everyone make it so glamorous, so fun. They make it so fluffy, but in reality, no one really shares the down part of not wanting to work out, not wanting to put forth the effort. Like my bed is calling me, my energy is low, my mental is not perfect, but you stated you basically was being open to the world, and we're going to listen to this and then we're going to come back and discuss that.
Coming to you from my corner of the world. This is my retreat corner. I had to retreat today. Is you ever just have one of those days where you just gotta retry? Like, give it a whole 24 hours, then come back and do it again. That is the kind of day I'm having. I am tired and I want to cry. And I need a nap and maybe a snack. It is not my day. Maybe tomorrow will be. I don't feel like it. But I'm going to stay in my little corner because I have to get up and go work out in about an hour. So, yeah.
So I know we can laugh about it now, right? But in the moment, in the midst of it all, you was really going through. Can you just share a little bit as you're telling the world this testimonial and just being real about I'm just tired. So can you just tell us a little bit about it?
There are times where I am depressed. There are several
Mhm.
people that will call me and I'm like laying in my bed in the dark.
Mm.
And I don't know what it is, but I just have a fighting spirit. I just
Mhm.
always pick myself up and I'm like, no, you have to get up. You cannot lay here. Like you have
Yeah.
so much to do. You cannot lay here.
Yeah.
And I sometimes I'm good at getting up, and then other times
Uh-huh.
I'm not. But I will
Wow.
say one thing I am really good at is having resilience. So even
That's
if
good.
I do take a break, I'm very patient with myself, and I make sure I listen to myself so I don't get
Mhm.
taxed like that to feel that way. And I know sometimes I can't control. the way I like. I can't control days like that, but what I can
Yeah.
control is how I respond to them and what I
Yes.
do when those days occur.
No, that's facts because it's 90% attitude. It's not no, it's 90% attitude and 10% what you do with it. Because everything projects your attitude. Because you could say I'm having a great day and really react on it, or you could say that I'm having a negative day and really react on it. So it's really what you put into the atmosphere. So I commend you to push through because not many people are open and straightforward like that, you know? Just really explaining because you're taking care of the whole body, not just the physical, but it's the mental, the emotional, the spiritual. It's the whole body that we're trying to get into submission, like put in line, and somebody is out of line and it throws you off. So what are some coping mechanisms that you utilize in order to get back into those days after people try to call you, they're trying to get you back, because as you're laying in the dark, no one really knows, right? No one knows
Right.
what you're really fighting, what you're going through. But when you and it's going to keep those are heels that we keep going over. So what are some coping mechanisms that you work with in order to know that I have a goal to meet and I can't allow you to stop me, you as of anything that's negative, right? That's put in place. So what are some things that you do to fight that, to overcome it?
I always think about all the work I have to do. I have a lot of goals. I have a lot of
Right.
goals. And
Yes,
I
goals.
just have to be realistic with myself. I have to be
Yeah.
realistic with myself and say it doesn't matter how I feel. After
Right.
I'm done feeling that feeling, the work is still going to be there.
True.
So, um, thinking like that and always forcing myself and always pushing myself helps me to kind of cope with those kind of days because
Mm-hmm.
plenty of times when I have those kind of days, I'll just
Yeah.
push right on through like nothing's wrong and just
Uh-huh.
keep do what I do. Um, there are days that I cry. There are days that
Yeah.
I am happy. A feeling is a feeling, and it's gonna be there either way. Like
Right.
there's still work to be done. So I think maybe that is one of the things that helps me to kind of cope with
Mm-hmm.
feeling bad or having really bad days. And another one I would say is food.
Yeah.
Healing food can be very healing. So
Yeah.
although if I would have said that in a past life, I would
Mm-hmm.
have been referring to my food addiction, but I have been kind of healing my relationship with food, and I have learned that food can be healing as well. So
Yes.
I always like to think one bad decision leads to other bad decisions. So if I'm
Right.
feeling bad, one of the things I will do is make myself a really bright, light, full of life salad, um,
Mm-hmm.
and it helps me to kind of reset my mind and stay on the right track because as bad decisions lead to other bad decisions, good
Uh-huh.
decisions lead to other good decisions. So
Correct.
I also use food kind of as a coping mechanism to help me with my bad days. Just making sure I'm not eating things that are going to make me feel worse,
Right.
and making sure that I'm eating things that are going to bring me life and light.
And that's awesome. That's good to know because definitely go back to the cooking. I don't think a lot of people know that, right? When you're just, trying to prepare something, because again, when you see it, you're able to amplify it and really project out what you want. So I know I'm beginning. I'm not far from a chef, but I am trying. So probably that's why God's probably like, oh, no husband. But right now, you need to get your cooking together. I don't know. So, but I like the very minimal cooking. Like I love egg whites, right? So definitely the egg whites and turkey bacon. Sometimes I get the regular bacon, but I know turkey bacon is better with spinach. I'm not an egg person, so I find that in the morning, or I try to have something as far as like a yogurt, because those type of things that really. Because I'm the one that always negate away from breakfast, but I'm trying to
Gotcha.
get better. I'm trying to make sure that I incorporate the 3 meals, but in the fun way. So I definitely agree. Having that joy as you bring that on really puts a spark, because when I could say I honestly made it, I'd be like, yes, I'm telling the truth. McDonald's didn't. I did make it like yes, because I prepare and then I eat it at warming up, eat it at work, and then sometimes my coworker may say, "Hey, that looks good." I was like, "Yes, I made it like a badge of honor. I made." I know. I just want to let y'all know, people. Yes, it's a badge of honor. The small stuff. I know people can whip up a meal, they can throw down, but right now I just can put a fork down. So I'm gonna rejoice in the fork. So that's phenomenal. And definitely, I am gonna high five you, air five on the taco salad because I could eat that like, huh. Let's just pause. I love taco
Yeah.
salad. So at least I stand in that arena. Now, as you starting to work out, now I'm a fashion girl, right? And as you move forward, do you find yourself buying? Do you see that your fashion and fitness has increased, or just stayed the same since you started?
I would say it stayed the same simply
Okay.
because it is hard. It is so hard
Yeah.
to uh, be bigger and also fashionable. It's like it's really hard because companies try to stuff you in a box. So it's hard to find
Yeah.
things that you like and that are also supportive. Um, so I kind of just show up to the gym in some old sweatpants and an old
Yeah.
t-shirt. Like I don't always go for like the really super cool nice Aztecs matching set. I'm not like that, though I wish I
Right.
was. A lot of
Yeah.
times I find that the patterns that I like and the fashionable things that I like and that are supportive as well are
Yeah.
astronomically expensive. So I prefer to show up in a t-shirt
Yeah.
and some pants and make sure I have on like shorts so I can keep everything intact. Like
Right.
I'm not I'm not like
And I
high
say that
fashion.
because you know, now fitness wear has been ever since the pandemic. Fitness wear has been like one of the top three outfits, right? So companies see that and they say, "Hey, let's add the print, let's add the patterns, let's add the prints, let's see how we can make this fashionable." But they tried to make sure that they cover all sizes, right? So that's the reason why I asked. But I do agree, the amount is definitely astronomical.
Oh
The
yeah.
amount
Yeah.
is for one leggings, I could probably buy four. No shade to those companies, but if you want to work together, we're here. Like I'm here for the work, right? But definitely just knowing that I can't wear it on a consistent basis because I'm not a heavy sweater, right? I sweat, but I'm not one to drench. When I look at the people in the gym, I'd be like, "What did you all do? Throw water on yourself?" And I swear I'm working out. So I'm like, okay. But I do change of course, my gym clothes every day that I go. But you wearing it one time to wash it to make sure it's like, look. Now, do you find yourself buying these fitness material as far as like the ankle, the weight ankle, the ankle weight, the wrist arm, extra jump rope, the waistband? Do you find that your things have really increased just to ensure that you're doing the exercise correctly outside of
So
the
it has. So
mm-hmm.
it definitely has. I have
Yeah.
made more trips to like Dick's since I've started.
Okay.
Um, Getting different things like things so I can what are those things? Grips. That's what they're called. Grips
Uh-huh.
for deadlifting and lots of different kinds of accessories. But I honestly, I started in a parking lot. I started in a parking lot and
Yeah.
all I had was me. So, and
Yeah.
all I knew was to run and to work my body. So, with that being said, yes, as I've gone, I have had to go and get accessories, but all you
Hmm.
need is the will to want to do it and your body.
Yeah.
You can make your body is your instrument.
Right, right, right. And that's good to know because now, as you say, the body, but a lot of people don't want to increase and, take care of their body, right? Plus, a plus size woman. Now, have anyone have just say, you know what, Shelby, just get the weight loss surgery. Why don't you just go that route? Why not just take the GPS and just go shorter? But have anyone ever told you that and you were just like, that's not the route I want to go? So, and if so, why not?
Okay. I actually tried to go that route. I
Okay.
did. I
Okay.
wanted to. I wanted a surgery so bad, so bad. Because I'm just
Yeah.
like, I just want results now. I want it now.
Right, right, right. Right.
And I was working to get it, and it kind of just lined up perfectly to where, like, I had like a lapse in insurance, some crazy miraculous coincidence.
Right.
And during that time, God kind of sat with me and he said, I know what you want,
Yeah.
and that might be okay for other people, but that's not okay for you. You need
Mm.
to do
Mm.
this, and I am taking you through this way for a reason.
Yeah.
Forget about the surgery. And I was just like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? And so now we're here, and I'm going, and I'm trusting it every single day. I'm just like, okay, all right, I'm listening. You have my
Right.
attention. Like, let's get
So
there.
how has the results been since the day you started up until now? How has the results been? Like, have you seen, of course, I know you've seen changes, but how has the results been from the time when God said, hey, we're not doing no WLS for people that's weight loss surgery. We're not doing that. But how has the journey been since the day you started up until now?
Oh wow. I'm just full of change. Everything has changed. Everything has
Yeah.
changed. There are so many different phases in my workout journey, or my journey as a whole. There are so many different phases. I can look and pinpoint at times where I was just different than I am now. So I'm always evolving.
Mm-hmm.
Um and not only like mentally, but my body, like my body has gone through phases. And
Uh-huh.
it's just really kind of cool to see the slow evolution. Um
Yeah.
because at first I didn't notice it, but like looking at all the different phases, they're like
Mm-hmm.
looking at all the different time periods is really
Yeah.
really rewarding, because I know I'm
Amen.
just going to keep changing if I keep going.
Yeah. Wow, wow. That's tremendous. I think that's, of course, I call this the hard, easy way. And the reason why I said it because it's hard, yes. Again, like I stated before, you have to beat the body in submission, and it's building perseverance. It's building consistency, determination. Self motivation. So as you're building, and those small rewards, yes, we have the long term, but in the short term, you're able to see these small rewards. That reason why you started to where I'm going, but I'm just excited for the path because I don't think a lot of people, and I'm just say people plus people, don't give themselves a fighting chance. And I've always had this discussion, meaning that have you tried the hard, easy way? And sometimes the easy, hard way, we go through the surgery. I'm not against you having surgery. So let me state that. I know everybody wants to resort to this surgery and whatever the case may be, what health reason, but I'm not against it. I'm just stating the facts because sometimes we don't give ourselves that fighting chance where we want to go hard, easy. And sometimes hard, easy doesn't look like in a year. It doesn't look like in 2 years. But in the path, you see those small rewards, like you stated, you get to see those changes. And I don't think a lot of people give themselves that chance because when you go the easy, hard way, the easy part, yes, we having the surgery, but the hard way is you don't know the outcome. In this situation, I know the outcome. I know where I started. I know what I have to do. I know where I'm going, and it's building the whole person. And it's not to say you get the surgery, you can't work out. I'm not saying that, but you don't get to see, like you said, the evolution. You don't get to see the
Yeah.
breakdown, the where you're going. So I just think that a lot of people don't give themselves a fighting chance without knowing that you have the ability, you have the strength, you have the determination, but again, you have to fight yourself every day to get to that point. you know Speaking to two people who work out daily, I won't tell you that it's hard, and I won't tell you that it's easy. You just have to fight it and go through it daily. Now, as building up now, have you been on like any speaking engagement? Because I watched you for a while. And like you said, back when you was in the parking lot. And I was like cheering you on. Of course, you didn't hear me, but I was just like, yes, work it out, get it. And it was, self-motivation. Like, she's like really getting up in there. And despite, a lot of people may say, hey, why don't you wear clothes? Why don't you wear your outfit? Wear something. But I like how you was just, free, just letting yourself go. Like, I got a goal to meet, and nothing's gonna stop me. So whether this sun is blastering, or this air is going, or it's raining, we're gonna get this done no matter what. We're gonna get it done. And I've just been watching you and see how you definitely evolve, lifting up the weights, definitely building up your strength. So how do you feel overall now that you're here? How do you feel, and have you been on any speaking engagements? Because I think you should if you haven't.
So I have not. I am really very much so in the planning phase. I am
Okay.
so extremely open minded, and it's just like I'm like a
Yes.
sponge. So I'm honestly at the point where it's like whatever it is, bring it on. That's
Yeah.
just where I'm at. So
Right.
I haven't been on any speaking engagements. I do interviews and stuff like that, but
Okay.
I'm just and in my journey, I'm in a place where I know I've come a long way, but I am incredibly hard on myself, and
Yes.
I do try to celebrate that, but it is
Mm-hmm.
thought, a constant thought, 24/7 of the goals that I have, who I see me to be, who I know
Yes.
I'm going to become, and what it is that I have to do, and that is at all times my entire focus.
Amen. Amen. Because definitely when you're focused and you're determined on that focus, the goal is going to get met. So I know this comes, we could talk all day, Shell, because I truly enjoy our conversation. Is there anything that you would like to leave with the people? Because you are a living testimony, right? And many people are in your shoes praying that they could have the determination, the motivation just to get up and walk. You see, some people don't even take the time to even say, let me walk around my neighborhood for 5, 10 minutes. All in my being is just start. And I think you have shown that just start. If you don't have a good workout outfit, you got a pair of sneakers and some pants and a shirt, just start. So is there anything you would like to share with, any affirmation that keeps you going, that you could share with the community? Because you are truly a light to say, hey, I'm starting from the bottom and now I'm here, and I'm continuing to take this top to the next level.
One thing I would say is where there is a will, there's a way. There's,
Yes.
I have taught myself that there's not really many excuses for anything. If you want to
Mm.
do it, you can. And sometimes you have to start small. There was a point in time where I was in the parking lot because I couldn't afford to go to a gym.
Mhm.
And then I started
Right.
going to LA Fitness. I'm like, okay, I like LA Fitness. And I didn't know anyone that was like minded. So I was just like, okay, I just want to be around like minded people. So I started
Right.
working out in the LA Fitness parking lot, desiring to be around like minded people. And then eventually
Mm.
I went into the gym and got a membership. And I've been bringing people to the gym with my guest privileges, with that membership. And it's just like, you just start. You never know what can come of
Amen.
it. um, work with what you have to get what you want. I sometimes have to rewear my workout attire. I clean it, I make sure it's good to go, and
Yeah.
I get more when I can.
Yeah.
Work with what you have. I may have lots of followers, but I don't have tons of money, so I
Yeah.
do exactly what it is that I need to do. If I have to wash a pair of leggings twice a week so I can have something to wear for all my workouts, then that's what I'm going to do. And I will do that until I don't have to do that anymore. But as far as I'm concerned, like, there's when you want something, there's not really many excuses. Like, there's a way. There is a way. If
Yes.
you can't do anything but sit in a chair and throw your arms up and down, there's a
Yeah.
way. Like, if
Yeah.
you just start, just get up, just start. There is something that you can do. There's something that you
Yeah.
can do, even if it's just writing down what you want to do, or taking 5 minutes to think about what it is that you want or what you want to do. There is always always, always, always something that you can do.
I totally agree. And there's no room for excuses. You make time for what you want, and and I'm definitely in the agreement of not never leaving you out of the equation. You have to make sure that you're part of the story in here. So, as always, Shelby, thank you so much. Thank you for being part of Coffee with Joy. I'm so great to have you on. Hopefully, in studio, you definitely will be there. Yes, we know that's going to happen because it's already written down. But definitely, thank you again. Thank you to my production team, Tony and Denise. Thank you all so much. Thank you so much. But keep in mind, on October 15th, Coffee with Joy is having an event, Chucks and Coffee. This is our second annual, and I would love for everybody to attend. This is Chucks and Coffee Give Back, where we support a nonprofit organization within the community, and part of the proceeds will help benefit the nonprofit organization to give back within the community. So please watch, and then from there, thank you all so much. We're going to come back and end the show, and I appreciate you all so much.
Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out, yeah. Bring 'em out, hey. Bring 'em out. VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life with that.
Thank you. As always, if it's Wednesday, it's Coffee with Joy or a weekday. So please make sure you tune in, like, subscribe, and follow. And if you would like to patronize Coffee with Joy, please follow the ticker below. It has my Cash App as well as my PayPal. And definitely look for your patronizing and being part of Coffee with Joy. Until then, live life on purpose and see you all next week. Have a good night.
We kick it like no